So the other day, Doki Bird did a live stream where she kind of just went over what it actually takes to become a VTuber or be successful in this space. Something interesting that she talked about was the whole mental aspect of content creation, like your mental health and everything like that.
If you want to be a content creator or a VTuber, you have to know you're so fucked when it comes to mental.
And I kind of just wanted to throw my 2 cents in because I'm still relatively small, right? But I still have gotten my fair share of like weird people leaving like mean comments or just, I don't know, just being strange. And at my level, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I'm not terminally online. I have friends and family, you know, offline that I interact with daily. So it doesn't bother me too much. I'm able to kind of just like toss it out of my brain and don't let it bother me too much. Like personally, I am a big advocate for blocking, muting, and banning anybody from your space, regardless of how big you are, because it's already hard enough being a content creator in its own ways, right? And I'll absolutely admit that like having to deal with trolls and just like mean people on the internet it's just a part of the territory. It comes with the job, right? But that doesn't mean that you should let it control you. A lot of these websites that people make content on, remember, as a creator, they have tools, you know, at your disposal to help you with removing people from your space. So definitely take advantage of that. She also said in this bit that not everybody, essentially no matter what, it's gonna affect everybody. It doesn't matter what size you are or like how thick of a skin you develop over time. It's gonna affect you in some way or another eventually, especially if you do it long enough. And I do agree with that. Even from my size, I've had bad days where like maybe I woke up and I already wasn't in the best of moods, and then I log on to check my YouTube channel real quick, and there's just like a comment that's like, wow, the person didn't need to say that, and then it's kind of like stuck with me for a little while. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's happened to me, and I'm sure it's gonna keep happening. So I can't imagine what it's like for people who are like up there with their numbers. I can only imagine the amount of comments that they see on a daily basis. So like, I can tell they're not okay, even though they may not present it that way. Some people are better at like handling it, and I think that just comes with time. But I don't think anybody's immune to those type of comments, and it sucks that in the sea of people who may say really nice things about your content or actually give you positive feedback on your content and how you can improve and things like that, in the sea of that, if you get like 1 or 2 people saying stupid things in your comments, for some reason our brain latches onto that instead of all the people like supporting you. And I really hate that, but I think that's just like I think it's a natural thing. I think it's a natural behavior for humans, but being able to deal with that is like, in my opinion, one of the hardest things to do as a content creator. And like I said earlier, and like Doki also said in this clip, in this stream, was having a good support system outside of content creation. And I absolutely agree with her 100%. I think it's cool to have friends online. It's cool to have like people who may work in the same space as you. But at the end of the day, when you log off and you turn off your computer, then they may not be, for most people, they're not there, right? The only people you have within reach of you physically is like your friends and family. And that's different for everybody, I understand, but I think it's so important to be able to log off and actually interact and talk to somebody face to face about maybe anything that's not even content creation, just having a normal like relationship with people outside of what you do online. You know what I mean? I think that is so important because it really grounds you and it helps you remember like, oh, some people are just miserable online and that's all it is. And I'm no professional when it comes to like mental health or anything like that. Like, I can only vouch for myself and my own experiences, but I think it's very important if you want to get into a content creation space, you have to be aware that it's going to affect your mental no matter what. Like, you can have the thickest skin in the world, but over time it's slowly going to get in, worm itself in, its way into your brain. And you just have to be aware that you have to take breaks, and you kind of have to, like I said, have a support system outside of the internet. I think that's the most important thing you can do for yourself. I'll leave a link to the whole like stream in the description if you want to check it out. Other than this was just like a small part of the stream. She dropped some like really, I think, knowledgeable stuff in that stream, and if you're aspiring to be a content creator or VTuber or whatever, I think it's worth checking out.